Ooh, copyright. Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to this very bright room. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is October the 21st, 2019. Strong hand. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Offended by selling. Unconfiscatable. Personal responsibility is the new counterculture. Relentless. All right, my unique beast out there. Are you guys being unique beast? Hello, my elite friends. I got the shirt on. It is bright in this room. It really is. It's annoying me kind of. But hey, pound that like button. There's more to life than just the bright rooms in the white room with black curtains. All right. So check out the links below. I am speaking. There's an informal event on the 23rd here in Sydney, Australia. It's linked to below. Last night's event, the Cryptopia film debut, I will be talking about in a moment. But I want to start out by bringing up a tweet by Jeet, who's been on the show before, of course, many times. Remember how all of the wealthiest / smartest investors and in-the-know journalists were convinced that Tether would collapse Bitcoin? Have they adjusted the way they process information since then? I'm glad you brought this up, G. We've forgotten this. Why hasn't Tether crushed Bitcoin? The complete opposite has happened, in fact. We had this mysterious stablecoin. Oh, how much of it really exists? Is it backed by anything? It will bring down Bitcoin. It's what's pumping up Bitcoin's price. Bitcoin's still here. Tether is still here. And now we have something called Frax that someone wants to create. What is Frax? Frax is a so-called fractional reserve stablecoin. Okay? So they're not hiding anything. It's not a one-to-one ratio backing up this Frax thing. So they've taken it to a whole new level. All the rumors about Tether, they're building into this Frax thing. So I say this is great. If people want to create a stable coin that's backed by nothing, that's fractional reserve, I mean, it's like we've come full circle here. That some people got into cryptocurrency because they didn't want to deal with the fractional reserve, nothing backing up their money anymore, okay? But hey, in cryptocurrency, you can do anything. You can create the old system in the new system. Good luck to Frax. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, but it's a tremendous ecosystem. And to say that because a lot of traders value their wealth in dollars and they're loving something called Tether, that it could bring down Bitcoin, it didn't happen. It's not going to happen. And everybody seems to forget about the so-called experts that said it was going to happen. What happened to all those big talkers? I mean, they just move on to the next FUD clickbait title and hey, they take it from there. So pound that like button. I see I can do a Q&A, and I'm actually going to answer a question from the other day. Taval sent $2 Canadian. Thank you. He says, hello, my elite friends. Well, I say hello, Taval. I say hello, my elite friends. And let me see if there are any other questions. You just can type in Bitcoin Meister. I appreciate the support, though. That was very nice. Fiat Freak, someone says, yeah. Adam's dinner, orange skins, and marmalade. No, not at all, actually. I've never had marmalade in my life, but I guess you see some of the oranges that I have back there that you get a different view of. I was trying to avoid all the bright light. I don't like the lighting in here at all. Don't like it at all. But there are no fancy sets of graphics, and a lot of you are listening to this on the podcast version. You 20%ers that don't You don't need this YouTube nonsense. Again, support me over on Anchor. There's a link below. I love the podcast. The podcasts are doing great. They don't have magical, wacky algorithms there that are trying to make it into the next cable TV. But YouTube, again, you can check out Saturday's show. I talked about YouTube. YouTube's larger goals. They're trying to be really mainstream, and they're not for the little content creators anymore, and they're not hiding it. So, hey, don't complain, compete. I diversified over at Anchor. I like it over there, and they don't take as much money when people try to send you donations over at Anchor. So I enjoy Anchor. I enjoy the podcast. Check it out. Sportsmeister.com, all the podcasts. Disruptmeister.com. TECHBALT on Twitter. That is TechBalt. And BTC Moon Guy says, any updates on the Aussie strong hand? I'm going to talk about Australia. There's some strong hands here. I definitely met some strong. Adriana's a strong hand. She's got a strong hand. Haas has a strong hand. Why am I thinking about Cass Elliott? All right. All right. Let's see. Oh, look, someone's talking about Death Cross in there. Dude, charts, that's for the 80%ers. Pound that like button. If you're worried about death crosses, you're losing all your money. So moving on, because again, this is just a fancy term. People forget about death crosses. They promote death cross. Oh, the charts. Look, Bitcoin's going down. And then when it doesn't happen, totally forgot about it. It's not a measurement we should care about. Yeah, it isn't a measurement. It isn't a stat you should care about. Death crosses, ridiculous. Oh, you charters. Hey, but the charts, that's the fancy sets of graphics. That's what gets the 80%ers. That's what gets that's popular. But hey, this is fitting in is overrated. This is insider information. No death cross nonsense here. All right, so we talked about so Cryptopia movie. Yes, so I guess people asked about the Sydney strong hands. I had the privilege of seeing the debut of the Cryptopia movie. No, it's not about the Cryptopia exchange. It's about it's about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. And I linked to the Cryptopia movie link so you can check it out. It's debuting all over Australia, and the guy who put it together is his team. They're getting feedback, and people gave some interesting feedback. Tone Bays was in the movie. King of the Trolls was in the movie. It needs to be edited down still, and lots of potential in it. I enjoyed aspects. They went into a mountain where they're storing Bitcoin. That was pretty cool. Fake Toshi was in it. That wasn't pretty cool. That was pretty lame. But hey, you got it. You're not going to like everybody that's in the film. Now, what happened? The movie was sponsored by a lot of local cryptocurrency related organizations. Amber came up with this guide to investing in Bitcoin. Very professional. This is about being a strong hand. Amber is about, and it's only available in Australia now. And Alex has been on the show before. Chantel hasn't been on the show, but she was there last night. She gave this out to me. She's great. She gave this. Very professional. So, hey, they're spreading the word in Sydney with professional material like this, encouraging people to buy little bits of Bitcoin at reoccurring intervals with the Amber app. And I respect that. I say aim high. A lot of people are like stack sats. Okay, good slogan. This is the one Bitcoin show. Yeah, I aim higher than that. If you're just stacking stats, yeah, you'll accumulate some Bitcoin. It's good to start out with Satoshis, Satoshi Nakamoto's. And there's only one Satoshi Nakamoto, and nobody knows who the heck that guy is. Just a reminder for those who are a little confused about that still. But I say stacking sats, you're aiming too low there. One Bitcoin, baby. Aim for one Bitcoin. But this is a great Amber app. You can stack much more than stats on there. Sats. Well, I don't know how much more, but hey, I like what they're doing. But at the same time, I'm saying aim high And I like that they're spreading the word. Now, so there's some, of course, in the Australian ecosystem, you still have people that are confused about blockchain over Bitcoin. And look, here's a university, RMIT Online. Change the way you think about studying. We have the future of work starts here. You've probably heard of blockchain. It's the technology that powers $180 billion worth of cryptocurrency industry. But the truth is, cryptocurrencies are only a small part of blockchain's potential. We're here to show you the big picture. RMIT is the first Australian university to offer dedicated blockchain short courses, developing blockchain strategy, designing blockchain solutions, developing blockchain applications, and more. Find out more at rmit.edu.au. All right. This is a university. And man, you guys are a little behind. You're still talking this blockchain, not Bitcoin nonsense. But I thought I would share it. You gave out the flyer. I'm just giving people a little taste of the ecosystem here, as they say. And it was great to meet real people in person last night. We hung out afterwards a little bit. I had to get out. I had to go to sleep. But everyone's been very gracious here. A lot of strong hands here. And I look forward to Wednesday when I will be we'll be leisurely hanging out at some bar, thanks to Haas and the crew, and everybody should hang out with they have events the Bitcoin meetup here has events every month. Okay, let's see if anybody else left any other notes here. BTC Moon Guy. Oh, he's asking about the strong-handed winner of the Australian Bitcoin auction from 2016. Those 2,000 Bitcoin, dude, they've never moved. That guy is the ultimate strong hand. I don't know who he is. Hey, dude, I'm in Australia, 2,000 Bitcoin strong hander. If you want to hang out with me, I don't know where you are, but I'll be in Adelaide starting Thursday, by the way. I'll be there for a month, so that will be fun. Okay, yes, everyone's talking about the Australian with the 2,000 Bitcoin. I am glad that my inside information lovers here, you 20%ers, remember that. There are so few people who do not remember that from 2016. That guy is such an inspiration. He bought 2,000 Bitcoin at the auction when Bitcoin was selling for around $600. The guy hasn't moved it. He also has never moved his B cash or his B gold. That's unfortunate. He never converted. He lost out on that. So who is that magical dude? Who is that magical guy? All right. We shall never know, perhaps. Oh, so we talk about stable coins. We talk about Cryptopia, the movie, not the exchange. Pound that like button. And Bcash halving correction. Rocky, my boy Rocky in the LA area, he sent a DM to me recently reminding the information out there in terms of the Bcash halving. You go to these sites, they have the wrong information. So it had been calculated that the Bitcoin halving now was going to take place before the Bcash halving, but that was wrong. And I share a link that shows that the Bcash halving, in fact, will be in 169 days. It will still take place before the Bitcoin halving. Maybe it will add to the Bitcoin halving hype, but Rocky is worried for Bcash that it'll have its halving first. It will in 169 days. And by the way, the site that lists the 169 days away that we are from the Bcash halving, it still lists the wrong date. So we are so early in all this space that people create these stats with statistics and they still don't have the correct stats. They don't fact check their sites correctly, which is unfortunate. But it is 169 days away. It's not happening May 20th, the date they have listed. Proofread, dude. Proofread. We don't have proofreaders in this space. But Rocky is worried that if the halving, when the Bcash halving happens, then all the miners will then go to Bitcoin and it will create havoc on Bcash. I'm not too worried about it. We'll see what happens. I'm more so interested in like, hey, they'll have their halving first, and then people that month beforehand, more it will help hype the Bitcoin halving. So Bitcoin halving hype. Remember, you can do your part. Remind everyone that it's happening, because most people have no idea what the heck a halving is, or that there's going to be a Bitcoin halving, et cetera, et cetera. We've been through this before if you were here in 2016. And we will see it all happen again. Should be fun. And okay, let's talk about the CFTC, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission in the United States of America. Their head, Chair Talbert, was answering questions at an event in DC. I guess it was today. And Nick Carter tweeted about this. I don't care about that. People wrote articles about this. I like what Nick Carter was there. He tweeted about it. And he quoted Talbert as saying, he says he expects there will be other crypto assets that they give the Ethereum Bitcoin treatment to, labeling them as commodities. And their speculation is it going to be Bcash? Is it going to be Ripple? It seems to me they're picking winners and losers here. If you say an altcoin is a commodity, you're allowing them to really get into all this magical financialization, make all these products around them, and be involved with be a commodity that you can play all these games with. And what makes some of these altcoins that you're going to deem commodity worthy? What makes them worthy of being commodities and not being, not allowed to take this next jump into the world of? Because if you're deemed a commodity, a lot of people, you're a super altcoin at this point. Okay, you're an altcoin to the next level. I should say a top tier altcoin. So how do they decide what's a top tier altcoin that's worthy of being deemed a commodity? All right, what goes on the back? So that's the old school way when of dealing with the governments. How do they make these decisions? Why will Bcash be chosen, or why won't it be chosen? We don't know. Interesting. So this is part of. I've said they're going to be top tier altcoins, and this not so clear system is part of the crowning of top tier altcoins. That's why you value your wealth in Bitcoin. You don't value your wealth in the whims of federal authorities who, for some magical reasons, they're holding some of them, maybe. They deem some to be top tier altcoins and commodities. All right, moving on. This is some people. One person is complaining about BlockFi, and I have warned people. These loaning organizations for Bitcoin and giving you interest. They might have great guys behind them, some legitimate backers. But why give up when they control your private key, you don't control your Bitcoin anymore. Okay. Why even risk it? So there was a guy who had some serious problems with BlockFi, and you can read his tweet. He said, "I'll never use BlockFi again for a personal loan." Okay. Why were you even doing it in the first place? And the best reply that I retweeted, like, which Bitcoiner in their right mind would send these guys Bitcoin? 100% risk for 6% return. Bad trade. Hold your keys. Wait for moon. Pound that like button. It's personal responsibility is a new counterculture. The dude didn't end up losing his Bitcoin, but he ended up very frustrated. Okay, you learn your lesson. Don't gamble on these interest-bearing sites, these loan sites. Just hold your Bitcoin. So you don't need loans, or you don't need to loan other people Bitcoin. 123 NoScope said, "My friends and I just graduated college this past May. We have been accumulating nonstop since 2017, dude. And now we actually have jobs." Ooh. From my perspective, Bitcoin is huge among my generation. I hope it will be. I think it will be among the 20% mindset guys. I said I hope it will be. I know it will be among the 20%ers. But there are so many young people today that it's going to take them a while to even wake up to the fact that they are 20%ers. When you're young, when you're under 25, you want to fit in, and all sorts of social justice nonsense out there that are wasting people's time. And I'm glad you didn't let that get in your way, and you're not trying to fit in, and you jumped into this at ASAP. And yeah, man, 2040. Well, what year is this? Yeah, man, 2040 halving, you're going to be in great shape. Unbelievable, and you'll still be a young dude. That's my point of bring up 2040 halving there. No one else worry about that. We're talking to a young college guy here. And someone had a question the other day. Bitcoin Meister, this was from Pfizer Inc. 1. Bitcoin Meister, and I didn't see it till afterwards. Don't you think it's worth at least owning a little bit of other altcoins? Bitcoin Bcash, for instance. All right, dude. You must be new to this channel. You value your wealth in Bitcoin. You don't diversify for the sake of diversification. He went on to say how persuasive King of the Trolls is in his mindless debates that he always wins. You're falling for it, dude. You're falling for it. You don't buy something that you get for free, okay? Yeah, King of the Trolls has been very persuasive the entire time down. No, it's not worth at least owning a little bit of another altcoin and wasting your precious Bitcoin on it. In fact, it's counterproductive and you lose. The only thing that I guess you're going to gain is the experience to know that you got completely jobbed on it, and that you should never try to do something again. So if you need to learn a lesson a hard way, yeah, then waste your precious Bitcoin on some altcoin and then end up very sad that you lost your Bitcoin on it, okay? So I don't recommend doing that, and no, it's not worth it. I don't believe in diversification for the sake of diversification, and I don't, and I feel bad for the people who fall for the nonsense that King of the Trolls preaches out there. But good luck to the Bcash people. They can say what they want to say, and he's very persuasive. And dude, your question just shows that people are going to keep on falling for it. You want me to say it's okay to do it. It's not okay to do it. But there's so many people out there just like you who are just tempted by the fruit of another. Pound that like button. That's a line I heard somewhere. Okay, so moving on. Any more questions here? All right. And if you want me to see your questions, dudes, you got to type in Bitcoin Meister there, or do the super chat. So we're talking about BlockFi. I mean, for me, buying an altcoin actually is the same thing as giving your money to BlockFi. They're just as silly to me in my head, just as silly. You get free people. If you want interest, you hold your Bitcoin and you get crypto dividends. You get Bcash for free. That was interest for all us Bitcoin holders. Yet we have this twilight zone. The twilight zone is real. 80%ers live in this twilight zone where they do things so inefficiently. They waste instead of just saving. They spend over saving. And saving provides everything they dreamed of through spending. I don't know. Twilight zone is probably the wrong word for it. But let's move on. Adelaide. I talked about Adelaide. Oh, here's an unfortunate. There's a video linked to below about a guy, and this is going around the men going their own way circles. And I saw it on Human's channel, and maybe Vention has seen this guy too. A man who was living a pretty frugal lifestyle, but wasn't really saving much, and clearly hadn't heard about Bitcoin from. I mean, I don't know this dude. Unfortunately, this man found out he has cancer, and now he's begging for money on his YouTube channel. And you could say I linked to his video below. So you can send him whatever. Oh, Vention is here now. Vention, you check out that link below about the guy. I think you heard about the guy's got cancer in his leg. He found a tumor in his leg, and he's saying how he has very little, and that it's going to end up costing him, $80,000 or between $80,000 and $100,000. And if he can survive, and it's bad. It's bad. And why am I bringing this up on this show and not the Saturday show? Because savings is important. This man had no savings. Bitcoin is the new savings account. There are so many guys in this guy's circle, gloom and doomers, who knew about Bitcoin for a while. And God forbid they get sick. But some of these doom and gloomers just got so caught up in the doom and gloom soap opera, they never actually acted. So it's still early. You can still create a savings account for yourselves, people. All right? Don't get caught up in these doom and gloom soap operas. Be frugal, live a frugal lifestyle, but have a savings account. Have a savings account so that if you do have it, because life comes at you hard sometimes. And yeah, emergencies happen. That's why you save. That's why you don't spend like a madman. Now, I don't know, that guy didn't say, this guy's in a pretty unique situation. So again, the best savings account ever devised by man. The most secure form of wealth storage on the planet. Think of it that way. And then if you do, God forbid, get into a situation where you're ill one day, you won't be in panic like this guy is. I mean, it sounded like the guy was almost crying. Now, and I don't blame him. To being emotional, getting emotional about this life-altering situation. And we have a guy like Vention who also he has cancer, but he saved. He loved gloom videos, but he just didn't treat it like a soap opera. He bought Bitcoin, and Vention is in complete control of his destiny now. Even though he's got cancer, there's so many people that are like, "Oh, Vention, hope you're all right," and you should watch him. He is so happy. He's in control of his destiny. He saved. So it shows you the importance of saving. And so watch this guy's video if you're a person that doesn't believe in saving, and it might change your mind. It might change your mind because the dude he's begging now. Yeah. All right. So what else do we have here? No one has it. Okay, that's it. All right, moving on. Let's see. Oh, This Week in Bitcoin. I might have This Week in Bitcoin shows. Since I'm in Australia, that whole date thing is messed up. We might have some earlier in the week. As long as you have it we might not have them on Fridays anymore. We'll see how that goes. I'm up for change. Here. The Bisq people sent out. This is very important if you guys use Bisq. They're making changes over there. They're making good changes. I think Bisq is a great tool. It is a decentralized exchange. No KYC stuff over there. People have been able to dump various crypto dividends over there because of the new. And I hope that MWC will get on there. They say click on this link if you guys are using Bisq right now, because it seems like you could make a mistake. Because of the new trade protocol coming in version 1.2, you will need to complete all trades, complete all disputes, disable open offers, not delete, just disable, before updating the version 1.2. This is critical. We will remind again. So guys, if you've got stuff on Bisq now, don't blindly update it. You got to take care of business before you update. And finally, I like this theory from Neil Woodfine, who is going to be on This Week in Bitcoin probably this week. He says, what some people still don't get, and this is linked to below, what some people still don't get is that this market is driven by an ever-growing army of sovereign retail investors who buy up the most scarce asset in the world and sit on it. They're learning the truth and checking out the system in waves. They're also impulsive. Institutions might buy some Bitcoin now and then, but they're even more degenerate than your average BitMEX pajama trader. In it for the flip, they'll pile in with the rest. They are not checking out any systems. They are the system. All right. The old system, I have to say this, the old system will survive, and the institutions in it are welcome to jump in and out of Bitcoin. It's going to be fine. So Neil points out, very good point. There's some people that are sitting on it, but there are a lot of people, they don't care about this being a new system and all. They are in it. They're jumping in and out of it in waves. They are very impulsive. That is the nature of the traditional markets, to jump in and out, jump in and out. They could care less that the system is going to be revamped by Bitcoin, supposedly. They're using their old systems. And so this analysis is just something good to take, something to keep in mind, Not everyone's got a strong hand. In fact, being a weak hand is very common, even among the large institutions and the traditional retail investor, or many types of retail investors. All right, check out that tweet yourself. I retweeted it a while ago. It'll be interesting to talk more with Neil Woodfine about such matters coming up. All right, that's it. No other questions. I am Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, bang that bell button, click on those squares. I will say hi to you dudes in the chat now. Bye-bye.